Goals win you games, and luckily for Manchester United fans in the 90s and 2000s, Sir Alex Ferguson blessed them with a number of talisman that pushed the Reds to league title after league title. Mark Hughes and Eric Cantona bossed the early 90s, winning the first title under Sir Alex, before the tandem of Cole and York took centre stage, with the duo leading United to a treble in 1999 and a further 2 titles. Following his arrival from PSV in 2001, the reins were handed to Ruud van Nistelrooy, who was arguably the most dominant of the lot, notching 20 plus league goals in 4 out of his 5 seasons, before a young Wayne Rooney paired with a lineage of partners kept the league in the north throughout the late 2000s. With the transition period clearly looming and the title swapping over to the blue half of Manchester, Sir Alex rolled the dice one more time, producing arguably his biggest play of the lot, luring Golden Boot winner Robin van Persie from rivals Arsenal, a transfer that would earn the Scotsman a 13th league title and Van Persie a 2nd consecutive Golden Boot. Fast forward 10 years and the Fergie era is clearly in the rearview mirror. Manchester United have now gone 10 years without a league title, while failing to make it past the quarters of the Champions League in the process. Huge sums of money have been spent over this time, with over $1 billion in acquisitions, but many of them have never lived up to the high expectations placed upon them by the Old Trafford faithful. Similar to the recent success of the club, Manchester United's frontline has been shaky at best over the past decade, and while other sides managed to find the talisman, the Reds have embarked on a love-hate relationship with their frontman. There was the rise of Anthony Martial, bursting onto the scene with 17 goals in his debut season, Zlatan Ibrahimovic conquering Manchester and helping the Reds to a League Cup and Europa League in 2017, and Ollie's United, firstly with Lukaku, and then prodigal son Cristiano Ronaldo. Players who on paper have performed well at times, but Zlatan aside, their success has come at the expense of the team, with all 3 having their issues behind closed doors. Following a very stale period under interim head coach Ralf Rangnick in early 2022, Manchester United decided to hire the name constantly linked with the club over the previous year, Dutchman Erik ten Hag. The former Ajax man brought in a number of key signings, such as Casemiro and Lisandro Martinez, dealt with ongoing commotion surrounding Cristiano Ronaldo and Harry Maguire, and reignited the confidence of top scorer Marcus Rashford, leading his group of players to a 3rd place finish and a League Cup in the process. But aside from Rashford's exceptional season, notching 30 goals in all competitions, Manchester United lacked a consistent 2nd attacking threat in the front line, which is no surprise that they targeted a striker in the summer transfer window, opting for a young Danish starlet Rasmus Højlund from Atalanta for £64 million. Many people have doubted Højlund due to his lack of experience in top-flight football, having only played 1 season in a top-5 league. In that season, he scored 10 goals overall for Ledea, however 9 of them came in 2023. The uplift in his club form in the new year also extended to the international stage, where he bagged 7 in the Euro 2024 qualifiers for Denmark, firing the 1992 winners to a top spot in Group H and automatic qualification. Højlund is built like a traditional striker. At 6'4", he's great at using his size to pin and spin defenders, and has the straight line speed to make opponents aware that he is a threat in behind. His link-up play is impressive, and he poses surprisingly good feet for someone so big. His performances in the Champions League have given an insight into what he could become, with 5 goals in the group stages, with the goals against Copenhagen showing his greatest strength, the timing of his run. Marcus Rashford's pace often allows him to end up behind the right back, leaving him in either a 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 situation. Strikers will generally go wide to try and take the defender away from the attacker, allowing them to go for goal themselves or attempt to cut it back, but Højlund is sneakily good at drifting wide and attacking the back post, isolating the defender and leaving him with the tap-in if the delivery is accurate, which it was on multiple occasions against Copenhagen. His running off the ball transfers extremely well to the defensive side of the game as well. Højlund presses relentlessly from the front, something that Manchester United have really lacked from their frontman over the past few years. Unfortunately for the 20-year-old, his 5 goals couldn't stop them from finishing bottom of the group, and his performances in domestic competitions have been a far cry from what he's been showing on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Højlund has failed to find the back of the net, and it's not been at the lack of opportunities created for him, missing 9 big chances so far and posting an XG of 3.59 this season, the second largest underperformance this year after Liverpool's Darwin Núñez. Given the circumstances, a slow start is not unreasonable. The weight that comes with leading the line for Manchester United is like very few other teams. Because he's so young, fans will project the idea of what he could become onto him. Their expectations are for a player whose transfer fee ranks in the top 10 for strikers, not a 20-year-old with less than 50 appearances at the top flight level. Comparison is the thief of joy, and even if Højlund begins to find some success in front of goal, unfortunately for the young Dane, there is already a young Scandinavian striker in Manchester that he will no doubt be compared to. But that should not deter United fans from backing their man. The tangibles are there, but a lack of game time means he's quite raw and needs minutes to refine his game. So as long as he's not swamped by the expectation, I don't see why Manchester United can't have another Nordic success story. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and leave a comment for what you would like to see me discuss next. I'll see you in a bit.